No, sir. I've quit drinking.
You've seen the error of your ways.
No, I just can't afford it.
That's cute. I remember when I had my first beer.
Yes, sweetheart, I have a rare condition which requires me to drink one of those every 15 minutes, please.
Yeah, well, give me a fucking drink. Move it, you little prick.
I'm sorry, Bruce. These boys get that syrup in them. They get a little antsy and they're pantsy. You just can't keep them under control.
Cheers and welcome back to Reels, Booze, and Bros, aka RB2, where I'm your host, Jay. Got my co-host with me, Brian, Reel Bro Fan Kev. Gentlemen, what is going on? What is up? How we doing this evening?
As you wish.
That's all you got to say. All right.
Inconceivable.
Yeah, all right. Going straight to the podcast. As you can if you guys don't know what that is the Princess Bride, what we're doing tonight. But our previous podcast with Reel Bro Shane that was there, you know, this little maneuver is going to cost us 51 years, right? Can you believe that Tokyo Drift
I'm turning right now.
was brought into Interstellar? Never would have thought that, but Kev, what do you think?
First thing is that I also did not finish Tenet. I was the one that was saying that. Yeah, I was grading papers and trying to watch at the same time, and I was like, I don't know what's going on. I have to watch this over again. So thanks for reminding me that I still haven't seen that movie. But Interstellar, great movie. I mean, all of Christopher Nolan's movies are great. You know what's even better than like understanding everything and doing all the research and trying to figure out how the science works? Not doing any of that, and just enjoying the movie and being a dumb person.
Enjoying the movie, yeah.
Exactly.
So I'm a dumb person. I'm not looking up any of this physics stuff.
I didn't look it up. I just walked
Dylan
out of
Thomas
it going,
wrote Rage Against the Dying of the Light, in case you were curious. I give you that tidbit.
Yeah,
but
I'm
sorry, do not go gentle into that good night.
Yeah, I just wanted to know more about the science because it's just so. It was so well shot and everything, and I was like I said before, I was like, how is this guy not a part of NASA? Like, fucking, it's unbelievable. Like the stuff that he was doing back then, and now all of a sudden you see, you know, with the new was it the Hubble telescope? No, not the Hubble telescope. The new
James Webb.
The James Webb.
It's amazing.
See all some of those shots, and you see, you know, like exactly like kind of what the movie was. You're like, what the fuck, man? This is amazing. So
yeah, makes sense. But again, you know what else is cool? Being dumb as shit.
I know.
And not understanding anything.
It's
just
cool.
saying, look, pretty lights.
It's cool, but that movie's fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, I'm joking, but I love the movie. So
So you're more of like a Punta's Corner kind of person.
yeah, pretty much. Do the dumb guy corner is what we're going to do next.
Okay.
Yeah, so
I was watching The Princess Diaries. I missed it. I screwed everything up. I'm too dumb to figure it out.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said,
I
it
should have
just
been me instead of screaming scary movie. So we're not doing The Princess Diaries? Shit.
Oh.
Anne Hathaway? Fuck.
Another Anne Hathaway back-to-back special.
Yeah.
Anne Hathaway.
I thought we were watching The Corpse Bride, not The Princess Bride. God damn it.
I see. Okay. So obviously the movie for tonight, the reel, is The Princess Bride. But first, is this the right button? That's right.
Oh, there it
It's
is.
been a while since I've done it. Let's get the booze going on. Brian brought this one for us called Tropical Truth. Let's get a little explanation on there.
This is from Flying Dog. It's a limited release. It's a Imperial IPA, 8.7. Let's see. What are the actual flavors in there? It says tropical, but I'm not getting like a hint of like anything that's like really stands out. It says mango and passion fruit. I guess maybe you get a little mango, but I don't know. Do you guys get anything?
No, I can definitely taste it. I was
taste the
actually,
mango?
So I can definitely see it's there. This is the one thing. So I've had Flying Dog beers before. The one thing I like to point out is that
I guess now you taste a little more.
the
mango.
illustrations are all supposed to be based on Ralph Steadman, who did the artwork for Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. So on all the ones like the Raging Bitch and the other ones that they have, also that's the art style. So
Yeah, I was
little
like
tidbit for you.
Yeah, I was like reaching for like beers I could try to like fit in, and I did see like I do solemnly swear on the portrait of the. So I was like, could this loosely tie into? yeah. So I was
Queen
like,
of refuse.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, so you mean...
Is what brings us together today.
If only Real Bro Shane was here.
I know. This is one of Shane's favorites. I wish it could be.
Yes, but you know, for someone who's just recently married, we could have said this too.
We should have. Yep.
And we could tell him that if you didn't say I do, that it didn't count.
She kissed me on the cheek.
That's nice, dear.
I see. All right, so moving on. Let's Let's get a little background for the Princess Bride there. By the way, this beer is not bad. Pretty good. Check it out on my Untapped app. Excuse me.
Yeah, 8.7.
8.7. Doesn't taste like
Yeah,
it.
it doesn't taste like it again.
Very. It's the sweetiness in it. Sweetiness.
Hey, sweetie.
Hey. Anyway, The Princess Bride is a 1987 American fantasy adventure comedy film directed and co-produced by Rob Reiner and starring Carrie Elwes, Robin Wright, Mandy Patinkin. God, I'm fucking
Mandy Patinkin.
Patinkin. I'm trying to go as fast as possible. You know what? You know who stars in it. It was adapted by William Goldman from his 1973 novel of the same name. It tells the story of a farmhand named Wesley, accompanied by companions befriended along the way, who must rescue his true love, Princess Buttercup from the odious Prince Humperdinck. The film preserves the novel's metafictional narrative style by telling the story as a book being read by a grandfather to his sick grandson. The film was first released in the United States on September 25th, 1987. Wow. Should have done this in September. And was well received by critics at the time after only having modest success at the box office at first. It has over time become a cult film and has been considered as one of the best films in the 1980s and one of Reiner's best works. Hell yeah, it's a cult classic film.
Damn right.
The film was number 50 on the Bravo's 100 Funniest Movies and 88 on the American Film Institute's 100 Years, 100 Passions list of the 100 greatest film love stories, and 46 in Channel 4's 50 greatest comedy films list. The film also won the 1988 Hugo Award for Best Dramatic Presentation. In 2016, the film was selected by the Library of Congress for Preservation United States Film Registry as being culturally, historically, and aesthetically significant. Indeed, it has.
Surprised it took that long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go on to the reviews. We got the Rotten Tomatoes score, tomato meter 97%, 94% audience score, IMDb 8.0 out of 10, Metacritic 77 out of 100, user score 8.3 out of 10. So before we get into our
some good ratings,
review stuff like that, I want us to go and we're gonna call our buddy again. Punta's Corner. I want to get his review. Before we get our reviews going in, see what he thinks. I just sent him a message. I will be calling him now. And as you can, Brian, why don't you elaborate on Punta's Corner from what we did from last time?
This is a good friend of ours who is very well versed, I guess you would say, in some movies. But he's just a good dude who's got some funny takes.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, he likes to put the accent on a little heavy, but he's really not like that. Means well, and just get straight to the point of when he reviews movies. All right, so I'm gonna call on our nice little setup. That's kind of loud. Let's lower that for a bit. All right, and here we are. Hey, we're here at Punta's Corner. We give you
Punta's Corner, okay.
Yeah, so as I give you a quick brief on the Princess Bride, is the movie we'll be doing. I know you haven't watched it in quite some time. We want to get your thoughts.
Yeah.
Do you remember the story of the Princess Bride? Give us a brief rundown of what you think the story might be.
So, it's like three main things in this movie.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to tell you later. But the first thing is this. This is the second movie you called me to talk about that lacks diversity. There are no brown people in this film. Okay?
Okay.
And next time you call me, I need more brown people. Okay. This movie is a love story told by Columbo to a child that he never gives his name, only his grandson. And it has a blockbuster cast of people in the film that make the movie fantastic.
Indeed.
It is funny, and again, there's no brown people.
Okay, I get that. All right, so can you?
Yes.
Do you believe that this is the greatest love story of all time?
Quite possibly, because I recollect seeing this movie in the theaters with a chica, un puta grande, okay? And she touched my penis.
Okay.
Okay.
Great. It's a great tale, love story, that movie.
Indeed. So the fight scene with the as we go later on, but like the guy keeps saying the same line over and over again. What did you think about that? Did you enjoy that? Was that annoying? Some people are like, I'm not sure. Kind of got a little overused. What about you? What are your thoughts on that?
I think anything that gets repeated 200 times is only to make sure that I understood it the first 99 times. So it's okay with me if it's okay with you.
I enjoy, and Andre the Giant. I know he's not diverse. Well, diverse can be different. Yeah, he's a giant, legit.
And he's French.
Yeah, and he's
He's a
French.
very large, very thick man. But again, not brown, not diverse enough.
Okay.
Fair enough. Solid points.
I see. So overall, would you recommend this movie? Like now, coming in, like obviously 2022, a lot of stuff going on. But let's say we were gonna go and throw a recommendation out. Would you recommend this movie to anyone else?
I think I would tell them that if they want to see a movie where people make you laugh and there are many Jews, this is the movie for Jew to see.
Because of the entire the cast that's who's there.
Yes,
I see.
many. It reminds me of a movie like Robin Hood Men in Tights meets Zorro. You know?
Oh, because of Dread Pirate Roberts, and then becomes later on. And he saves the princess.
But Pirate Roberts, yes. But Pirate Roberts. Yes.
I see. Very good. Now, Buttercup, interesting name. What do you think of that? Would you change it to a different name as opposed to Buttercup? I don't know if I don't like her name in this. The female star in this.
When I see her booty, it's as sweet as a buttercup. It's perfect. Perfect.
All right. Then.
Very beautiful white woman. Perfect.
Okay. Jesus. All right. The one last question. The Billy Crystal and him and his I guess the wife in the movie they play. What do you think of that?
He is a wizard in this movie. A wizard. He looks great, and although he's not in the movie for a long time, okay, he does a beautiful job of portraying an old man. That's it.
I see. So he could possibly be your pick for the best character in this movie. Would you say that?
He likes to go through men's pockets to look for loose change.
He's down in a rob. Yeah, I got it.
He does.
I see. All right. So anybody got any other questions here for Punta's Corner? Or
yes.
we're gonna no. Okay.
No, I think we're good.
I see.
He
Actually,
summed it up pretty well.
Yeah, pretty good. We enjoy it.
Yeah.
Thank you for bringing it to our attention, Punta. Are you drinking anything tonight?
No drink. No, just Aquafina, you know?
All right, good. All right, you got to stay hydrated. Thank you. I appreciate it for there.
Okay.
And we'll be in touch for next time. You actually get a recommendation for the next movie? We going to throw some out there, some ideas we can run by?
Anything that has Telemundo in it is good with me.
Okay.
You know?
What about how about this? I know it's not really. I mean, it's diverse, but what about the three amigos?
Or just saying that because I speak Spanish, palabra español, you know? Three amigos, three men. Do you want to see a movie with three friends? Okay. That's good.
All right, put that in the back burner.
We can do Zorro next with Antonio. We can see that. That's a good movie, too.
It was very good, actually.
Yes.
All
Very
right.
good.
All right, so we'll keep those in the back burner, and we'll let you know what's going next. We look forward to our next Punta's Corner with the movie review. All right, you have a good night, sir.
All right, pal, later.
Okay, bye. Bye.
All right, so Punta, appreciate your review. And now what we got? So what you guys think? Brian, Kev, what you got for us on this review?
I'm pretty much in agreement with what everyone, like the Metacritic scores and all that. Like everyone was high 8s and low 9s. I'm a solid 9 with this movie. This just reminds me of like being home from school and watching this. Like this is, I feel like everyone kind of.
So you fake sick like the little bitch.
Yeah.
I never liked Fred Savage. So.
No. But I feel like everyone that's our age grew up on this movie, and like if you were homesick, the two things that you did was watch fucking The Price is Right, and then you watch this.
Yeah.
Like these were the two things that were on like all the time.
Price is
and
wrong, bitch.
yeah. But I mean, this is just such like a cult classic that it just grows on you on time, and it you could show it to anybody, and I think they'll get along with it. You know, it's got something for everybody. It's got, there's some action. There's a ton of funny lines and quotes in here. I mean, the movie ages pretty well. It's some of it's a little dated, but whatever. And then it's got a love story in there too. So it all works out. It's got something for everybody in it.
The main theme is the love story.
Well, yeah,
and then everything else is the action around it. This is the best like date movie ever to bring there. That's what I think. Like, you know what? I my wife. I introduced it to her. I said, "You have to." We talked about it. She's like, "I have to finally watch this movie." We did. She loved it. Thought it was great. She's like, "Listen, it's a love story."
Even the girls could watch it.
Yeah. So. Maybe a little older. They're probably like thinking, "Daddy, what is that? You killed my family." I'm like, "All right, I don't want to talk about it right now. We'll figure it out." So, Kev, what you think? Your thoughts on it?
I would go higher. So I don't want to go 10 because I will say I think the second half of this movie for me, when it becomes more focused on the romance, not as interesting. The stuff that's happening now that we're watching in the background, all the fight scenes that build up, fantastic. Probably when I was rewatching it the other day, I honestly feel like the first 30 to 45 minutes of this movie is like an all-time just great
gold
sequence from start to finish. Yeah. I would go 9.5. I think it's also one of those movies that you're talking about when most of us probably saw it when we were kids first growing up.
Oh yeah,
also.
without a doubt.
But even just watching it again now, it's probably the first time I've seen it in years. Still holds up, still great. Not special effects. The background and set design does not hold up.
No.
There's one point where I saw he looked like he was standing on a cardboard box for the castle. I was like, I don't know what's going on here, but no. I mean, all the themes you were talking about. The action sequences you have early on, the romance, the chase basically towards the end where they're trying to figure out how to storm the castle and stuff like that. Everything works really well. It delivers really well, and it still holds up right now. And I think it's one of those movies that at different ages of your life, you can appreciate different things about it as you go through. Also.
I like the quick little banter that they had between each other, not just in the fighting scenes, but just in general.
Oh, even before this, when he's hanging from the rope, and he's like, "Hey, you want me to throw this rope down for you?"
Goes, yeah, he's like, "Can I trust you? I know you're about to kill me with everything, but stuff like that." I have to agree. I say I like that. As you get every decade, you can rewatch this movie, and you just grow with this movie as well. Because I remember younger, "Oh, this is a pretty funny action movie," and stuff like that. And you realize, oh, it's a love story. So it's like, hey, man, I'm trying to score with this chick. She'll like a love story about action and comedy with it that's going on, and then trying to all the other stuff that's there.
Marriage.
Marriage.
Yes, it has a lot of lines, one-liners in here. But I said it's good from the beginning. What I got to annoy was the sick kid in the beginning. I get it. That's a cool concept of him telling the story, and it's straight to and they're showing what the grandfather reading the book to the kid. But I just can't stand those scenes anymore. I guess because my kids are just annoying at bedtime as well, and I dread bedtime. I literally did. So that's what I think. Greatest love story in my opinion as well. I can't name me a better love story than this, right? I don't think there is one. I put it out there.
I don't know.
I'll keep thinking about it, but it's a good case, but I'll think.
Oh, no. This is the greatest case, and nothing better that's going on there. Yeah, look at that. Look at that set piece. He's going to throw that rock that looks like paper mache at him. You're right. It's horrible. And I always forget that fight scene with him and Inigo Montoya. It's always right in the beginning. I always think it's always later on when I think about the movie. I'm like, wow, that's quick. It comes up quick.
Yeah, 15, 20 minutes in probably. Yeah, it's fast.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck? They're already fighting. I'm like, nice. This movie's going along. And I realize, wait a minute.
Well, it's not that long.
No,
it's only an hour and a half.
Yeah, it's just over an hour and a half, yeah.
92 minutes, 93 minutes, something like that. So, anyway, I digress. Let's move on. Favorite scenes. What we got going on here? Kev, what do you think? You want to start some favorite scenes there? I'm going to have to get a new beer. This beer actually, for an 8.7, this is going down really fast.
Yep. I'm trying actively not to drink it because I could finish it at
I'm going to finish it shortly.
All right, well, I'm going to not actively drink it while I go over my best scenes then. So that'll work then. I'll just start off. So like you said, I know why the narrative pieces are there with the grandfather and the kid, but yeah, I'm not getting any of those scenes there, so we'll skip over those.
Yeah.
The first scene I'm going with was actually the first time we meet Inigo Montoya, Fezzik, and Vizzini when they first kidnap the princess and are talking about what they're supposed to be doing and everything. Like you said, the back and forth dialogue between them is fantastic. When I was taking down notes for best quotes of the movie, it's basically the script for the first half hour, and then it peters out a little bit because stuff happens. They go away for a little bit and come back later. So
I do like
very very quote heavy early on when they're all alive. But active.
I do like in that scene, and Fezzik's like, but why do we have to kill her?
Yeah.
She's a nice lady.
So I start there. From there, I'll move into. I feel bad going first because the next three scenes I'll just bring up are literally the three fight scenes basically that come on. The duel scene with Inigo Montoya where you get all of their backstories a little bit too. So he mentions the whole six-fingered man that killed his dad when he made the sword and everything.
Yep.
And with all these scenes as they're fighting, the Andre the Giant fight scene is on the back right now. So that's the next one, and then obviously the Vizzini one later on. The back and forth between all of them while they're fighting is just fantastic. It's funny. The whole thing where Fezzik is just like, it's not my fault. It's unfair. He's like, I don't even have to exercise. He's like, I'm just big. What do you want? And rewatching this just reminded me of like how awesome the first half hour of the movie is. Just seeing all this going on.
Like in that one fight scene with Fezzik, like I love Andre the Giant in this movie. He's fucking awesome. But like when you see him next to Carrie Elways and his fucking hands, Jesus Christ! Like it just. He was
that happens later on too with what's his name?
Mountain of a man. Like just like I know you've probably seen all these pictures and stuff like that. Like how he could legit hold a beer can in his hand and close it and you would not see
the
it.
can. Yeah,
it's fucking insane. Like he was just a fucking massive human being.
I think there's a scene later on when
a giant.
Yeah, well, yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, like it was just like, to see it next to like a regular normal sized person because it was different like against wrestlers because they're still big guys, but he still made them look small.
Yes.
But it's different when you see a normal fucking 5'10", 175-pound man next to him.
Can crush him.
Yeah.
I was just going to say that one scene. I'm going to get to it later on, but I guess I'll get to it now. When Fezzik and Inigo Montoya reunite towards the end, when he's the Brute Squad and he's drunk, lamenting the fact that he lost his chance to figure out what was going on. I think there's a part in that scene also where Andre the Giant has his hand and he's like grabbing Inigo Montoya. And he's just like. What is this thing? Fucking catcher's mitt over here.
Yeah, he was like all like in a slop.
Yeah, when he's like all drunk out of his mind. Yeah,
he throws.
So I have that, and then just one more scene I'll do the right after all of this. Also the As You Wish scene when he's rolling down the hill when he confronts about how long did you wait to actually get married before whatever happened?
Yep.
And she's like, you don't know anything about love and blah blah. She pushes him down. As you wish.
Yeah, I have to agree with that. That's greatest love story in Street Life. And she jumps after him, going, "Oh my God, it's Wesley!" And
she didn't have to roll. She probably could have slowly just ambled her
it was
way down
even
the hill.
better. She went she committed. She's like, "That's my love."
You don't want to dislocate a shoulder on the way down. I don't know what kind of hospital.
If he dies, I die with him. Yeah.
Well, obviously, got Miracle Max, so they might be able to bring her back to us.
Yeah, that's true. I guess. Yeah. I guess that's why people can do stuff like this. Like, oh, it's all right. If you're mostly dead, we can just bring you back later anyway. It's fine. Just don't cut anything off. We can't reattach those.
I see.
Yeah, so I have those. Those are my favorite. And I'm going to stop there because really, for me, the first half of the movie is really a lot better for me than the second half.
Yes.
There's still good scenes there.
I agree.
But
yeah,
I agree.
I'll pause there.
I got you. All right, Brian, what you think?
All right, so to pick up from what Kevin said, like the scene that's on right now, the one with Vicini, this is probably the best banter in like the whole back and forth.
Yes.
So Vicini, for only being in the movie for so short, he was really good in his role, and just the way he delivers everything, he was really good trying to be the brains of everything in
Socrates,
the whole operation.
Aristotle, Plato, morons.
You have to do like shouting the morons.
So yeah, I'll have that scene. Obviously the two other ones that Kev just said. Leaving out obviously all the narration parts. What else do I have? There is.
What else?
Oh, when I like the torture scenes.
I do like that. I like those. I put those in there as well.
Yeah, so I like the torture scenes, and he's just like strapped in, and he's just like, now how would you rate your experience?
But like they're actually rating
5 stars.
Yeah, they're doing Yelp.
Two enthusiastic thumbs up.
Yeah, he's fucking heart emojiing.
One other person
double tap the heart.
You scroll down. Worst Airbnb ever.
Yeah.
You wouldn't believe what the
so
owner
funny,
was doing
and then he
here.
just whimpers. He's like, interesting.
Who knew this movie?
Yeah.
This movie's way ahead of its time that they're gonna.
Yeah. So then when he actually pulls it all the way up to like the 100, and he just
I think not to 50, right? Is that what he says? Not to 50?
I can't remember. I don't remember.
I think 50 is the number he gives.
So whatever, and then he ends up like killing him. Obviously, we're gonna have the scene with fucking Billy Crystal.
Yeah,
has to be in there.
I call that reviving Wesley with Miracle
to
Max.
blaze, which we all know means to bluff. Man, are you a poor liar?
It's like, I like the first story better.
Yeah. She made true love.
Yeah,
There's
nothing more noble than true love. So there was that scene. Then what's the other one? I like when they revive him and they're outside the castle before the wedding, and he's trying to tell him the plan. He's like, oh, and it's just the three of them. It's Fezzik and Montoya and Dread Pirate Roberts. And
I think at this point we call him Wesley now.
Wesley
He
now.
came back. He
So,
went back
like-
to Wesley.
So he's like barely alive, and he's like has to pick it, and like he's holding his
yeah,
hand.
it's like fucking Weekend at Bernie's. But
And he's like, so yeah, basically, it's like Weekend at Bernie's right there trying to pull them together. And he's like, well, if I had a month to plan this together, we could do this. And then he's like, oh, why didn't you list that and all this stuff? He's like, if we only had this cloak of something. He's like,
The wheelbarrow was the first one. I was like, you didn't list that in our things we had.
yeah. And then he's like, if we only had a cloak. And then he's just like, oh, like this? And he's like, where did you have that? He just had it hiding.
Watching, so this is where I'm very curious. It's called a Holocaust cloak, is what he called it, and I was like, why is it called a Holocaust cloak? It's a strange term.
yes.
But anyway,
Yeah. After the past week, we probably won't bring that up.
Yeah.
But no,
Let's just
we'll exit that.
we'll move on.
Other than that, then you're gonna have to. I mean, obviously, Montoya's revenge.
Yes.
That scene right there.
Yeah, when he finally gets the six-fingered man.
Yep.
Excuse me, before we fight, do you have 6 fingers? It's
I
a weird
want my
question.
father back, you son of a bitch.
It's an odd question to ask. Do you ask that before you duel?
But it was like watching it when you're little. You're like,
Hell yeah.
but you're like, is he gonna die?
Oh, from the dagger
Like-
first, yeah.
The first time, because he the six-finger man's beat him. He's like, you've tried to kill me your whole life. And you've gotten this far, and now you're gonna die.
You're like, no, please don't let it do it.
Yeah. So then, obviously he turns around and wins. And then I guess we'll. I do love the stupid. Boo!
Oh my
Boo!
god! I was gonna say
The queen of refuse.
I was gonna say I wish Shane was here because he
Yeah.
does it so well, and that's what I was gonna throw that in there. It's like if you guys were gonna mention it, like like this is like for
It's
Shane.
that part, just that part alone,
Just that one
and then
part.
and then
He was your true love.
yeah, he lives. Crazy
my
witch.
I love that fucking
And then
homeless woman.
just whatever she is, some troll.
Came out from under a bridge.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, she got evicted from the Forest of Thieves or whatever it was. So she has no place to go.
We should just make up our own backstory right here, right now.
Yeah.
That's
And
every time
She was big into crypto and NFTs before this movie was filmed.
yeah,
and then-
exactly. That's why she knew what she knew what Facebook and all the meta and stuff that was going on. She's like, "Boo! The social media is never gonna work." Boo! I just think of Shane every time with that.
yeah, and then I know it's not. I just love it because like you played in the beginning. I love the priest. Like it's not a great scene, but just him talking is fantastic. So. It just puts a smile on my face every time you hear it.
It's kind of like what's the movie with was it Chuck and Larry? They're like and they're in the lings.
Yeah.
The lings. It's a circle.
It's a circle.
It's nice.
It's
stuff
always
like
a
that.
circle.
So, yeah, I love like wait a minute. Does he has a lisp? Like what's going on here with the priest?
The only wedding scene I can think of is not even close, but it's Spaceballs. Come on.
Yes,
The
another one.
short version.
Yeah.
Nice.
That, and I think Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves had another short wedding version like that, and so did Robin Hood Men in Tights. So all classics right there. All right, Brian. So what else? Got anything going on there?
And then that's it for me.
I have everything. I do like the boo scene. I have that right there, and
Of course.
I love them storming the castle. And before that, I guess reviving. I said reviving Wesley with Miracle Max.
Also with the storm in the castle scene, the Andre the Giant as the Dread Pirate Roberts.
Yes.
And the flaming cloak. Fantastic.
Oh my God! So when you think about it, as talking about the quotes and things, it's a very quote heavy movie, but yet it's not like, let's say like Step Brothers, like Will Ferrell, or like they have good quotes. So like it's very quote heavy, but like these quotes somehow work with the script or the dialogue. They just fit in and they become the quote. Maybe because it's a cult classic, that's how it works. I don't know. You guys understand what I'm trying to say? Is that
It's for me. It's more that it's dialogue
works
driven
well.
between characters. So it's not like every character has a one liner. Like
No.
you need whatever the setup was from the other characters or what else is going on.
Yeah,
for
the
it to
banter
actually
back
make
and forth
sense.
doesn't make it. But like when you think of like,
this wasn't
like
ad-
Step Brothers,
You
it
keep
wasn't
using
ad-
that word. I do not think it means what you think it means.
Yeah.
This wasn't ad libbed like you could see in Step Brothers and Anchorman and shit like that.
Yeah,
like,
because
this is
that's when they go
written
with the
down
and the acting makes it so good. So you don't think that like when they're probably doing it, like that line's not gonna be funny, anything like that, like but they're like, wow, that's actually pretty good. So that's what I got. Just a thought from there. All right, so let's go favorite quotes. Since we think it's we just did the scenes, let's move on with that. Who wants to go? Brian, I'll let you go for this one. What we got going here for your favorite quotes? Oh, here we go.
As you wish.
Yeah, I tell you what, straight now, this fucking hill, that's like a 35 degrees.
Yeah, that's steep.
Look how steep that shit is. And you are definitely getting fucked up.
They're breaking
from that.
something.
So on your ass, feet in front of you, like those little crab walk things you had in elementary school when you used to play on those little scooters. Just go nice and slow. Low to the ground, you'll be fine.
Yeah, no.
Almost any time Andre the Giant is on screen is a quote. So, anybody want a peanut?
I don't know why that's fucking great, but
that's. I mean,
I guess it's just how we talk. It's like it's great. Yeah. I even bought a horse for the lady.
Yeah. Jump down, lady. And let's talk about that for a second. Like when she falls, like when she jumps down, she's floating. Just
yeah, that's it. Well, that's actually a little BT. Actually, I'll throw it out there because he was so fucking hurt from his wrestling days. He couldn't. His back was so fucked up. He couldn't carry anybody. So like she was actually came down by wires on there.
Oh, okay, makes sense.
Yeah,
you could
so
see
they need to get back because again you're like, oh, none of the shit holds up to it. But you would like, oh, Andre Giant can capture. No, he got fucked up.
His back was never the same after Hulk Hogan body slammed.
that was probably only a year before that.
Oh, the kissing again. Do we have to do the kissing part?
Where's the sports?
Shut up, Fred Savage. Stupid asshole. This is the part where I have to agree with Brian where I hate the kids as much because again it's bedtime. Or maybe it's not because it's like
no, he's homesick from
yeah,
school.
he's homesick from school. Yeah.
All right, go eat in his bed.
He's 100% faking. He was going to stay home and play video games all day.
Yeah, exactly what it was. Anyway,
I'm just gonna hit a couple big ones like the "As You Wish," "Inconceivable." What else would there be?
hello, my name is.
You killed my father.
To die.
Yeah.
Yeah, always. Boo!
Can we just leave that as a quote? Like boo, but it just has it like boo.
Boo! I think that's between Among Us. I would love to know who else loves that part.
I feel like a lot of people have to.
I
like
think
that
so.
part.
That's one of the best because it's so random. Like the next thing you see this like
marriage, marriage. Just him saying marriage, I'm okay with as a quote.
What else? We're going Miracle Max. Have fun starving the castle.
Yeah.
I fucking love that.
Nice little MLT when the mutton's real thin.
Mutton, lettuce, tomato.
Shut up, witch! You never had it so good. Yeah, and then like I don't know why I love that he's like. So how do you feel? Like just like.
The albino, I think is what his name was when he's the torture guy.
Yeah.
So I like that. Yeah. The weird. Yeah, that was so weird.
He's cleaning them off.
I know. He was. It was. That was just like a weird scene. Like you knew how to happen, but that character just made it so weird.
And then Vicini had a couple good quotes. You know, like he was. You know, like you never get a land war in Asia. Yeah. And then. You never
go in against a Sicilian when death is on the line.
Yeah. So I'll just leave it at that.
You fell victim to one of the classic blunders.
I'll leave it. I figured Kev would probably pull it all.
Kev, I've got a lot of script here, so I'm actually deleting the ones that you're going through just to make sure. All right. Well, anyway. Just starting off, I'll go with very early on. There is one. Well, I think they might have another one later on. But the grandfather and grandson exchanges. One of them that I did like was when they're doing the shrieking eels, and the grandfather stops and goes, "She doesn't get eaten by the eels at this time." It's like I'm just saying the eel doesn't eat her. I'm just telling you because you look a little nervous. He's like, "I'm not nervous. just a little concerned, whatever it was. So I thought that was at least nice.
What a little bitch.
But then again, a lot of dialogue. So
Savage.
when Vizzini is climbing the rope, I'm sorry, not Vizzini. Fezzik is climbing the rope, and Vizzini is talking to him. He was like, "I do not accept excuses. You all just have to find myself a new giant." He's like, "Oh, don't say that." It's like, "Did I make it clear that your job is at stake?"
Yeah, he's carrying everyone on his back up the rope. That's great.
And then, like you said, inconceivable. And then the line right afterwards, you keep using that word. I do not think it means what you think it means. You already mentioned before, it's like, I do not mean to pry, but you don't have by any chance happen to have 6 fingers on your left hand.
Yeah.
And then you seem, right before they fight, when he says, "You seem like a decent fellow. I hate to kill you." He's like, "You seem like a decent fellow. I hate to die."
Yeah.
So good for them also. Again, a lot. And then we skipped over it also. I am not left-handed. So another good one from the movie.
Oh yeah, that's when they're fighting something
Yep.
like that. Oh, so good.
It's like I'm going to fight him right-handed. I have a secret. You put down your rock, I'll put down my sword, and we'll try to kill each other like civilized people. Good one. And then after he actually does win, he says, "I do not envy the headache you will have when you awake.
This is a classic.
But in the meantime, rest well and dream of large women."
Yeah.
Good old Dread Pirate Roberts. What a nice little day.
Let's see. I don't know why it's the one quote, like the whole booing scene, but for whatever reason, she once says, "That's what she is, the queen of refuse. She's trash, the queen of garbage."
Yeah, there's more
Your
to
true
it.
love lives.
Yeah, just that scene right there, small little scene.
Yeah.
I fucking love it.
Could make the whole movie.
When they are doing
It's possible.
the storming of the castle, when Iñigo is trying to explain the whole thing, he goes, "Let me explain. No, there is too much. Let me sum up."
And he goes in the whole thing.
Then just a couple of things at the end. So when she's going through the hallway, when she thinks she's going to kill herself, basically, and the old guy that's escorting her says, "What was that for?" It's like, "Because you've always been so kind to me, and I won't be seeing you again since I'm killing myself once we reach the honeymoon suite." "Oh, well, won't that be nice?" She kissed me. She kissed me.
The fucking dimensional.
And then I'm surprised neither of you wanted to talk about this. There's a shortage of perfect breasts in the world. It would be a pity to damage yours.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
And there you go.
And that's what I got for.
But again, I had most stuff from the beginning. Again, all the dialogue between all the fight scenes between all. I keep calling them fight scenes. It's only the fight with the first two. It's a battle of wits for the last one, whatever. But
you're still fighting, whether it's some sort of
all the
battle
back and
going on.
forth when you're meeting. Those are the 3 most interesting characters in the film, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yes.
the back and forth with Wesley also. So that's the best part. And I'd have most of the dialogue was from there. So
I agree with you on there. So I'll give you the full Miracle Max. Sonny.
There you go.
True love is the greatest thing in the world, except for the nice MLT, mutton, lettuce, and tomato sandwich, where the mutton is nice and lean and the tomatoes are ripe.
Still love when he goes back at his wife. "Shut up, Winch. Never had it so good."
I know they're trying to say is like, why should he revive the guy for 65 is what they're going to pay. And he's like, "Oh, well, he's going, because of true love to rescue the princess." Like, nah, I don't know about that. He's like, "Well, what about him, the 6-fingered man?" He's like, I like the first story better.
That's a good scene that's going on. So, all right, let's take a break and we will come back. All right. Your true love lives, and you marry another. True love saved her in the fire swamp, and she treated her like garbage. And that's what she is. She's the queen of refuse. So bow down to her if you want. Bow to her. Bow to the queen of slime, the queen of filth, the queen of petulance. Boo! Boo! Rubbish! Filth! Slime! Muck! Boo! 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 Oh my fucking throat. Boo! Boo! And we are back. Reels, Booze, and Rose, aka RB2, back. That's not as good as Shane does it, let's say, but I tried my best on there. So, all right. So let's finish the rest of this podcast that's going on here. The Princess Bride. Her name is actually I just lost it. Don't get
the name of the actress or the character?
No. So the character is called the Ancient Booer.
Checks out.
Username checks out.
She goes to other towns and boos everybody.
That's her one job. Yeah.
Yeah. I want her everywhere. Plain and simple. I would like to have fucking Ancient.
Can you imagine her in Interstellar with Matt Damon? Boo! Boo!
There's no atmosphere here. Boo!
These clouds are made of ice. Boo!
Tokyo drift scene. Boo!
Yeah, just see her fucking booing around.
And then she passes out.
Yeah.
In the middle of the boo.
Because it's necessary.
See, look at those mountains in the background. Those aren't mountains. Boo! Boo! I came to see mountains. Boo! This is all water.
Okra's gone. Boo! Fucking Christ. I'm actually sweating right now.
That could be your new bit moving forward. Put the ancient booer in every movie that we do from now on.
You know what?
Where does she boo?
And you know what? In the questions part, I'm putting that in there from here on fucking out. This is what's going to come. The ancient booer. Thank you.
I like it.
Thank you.
I like it a lot.
Hands down, I love it.
And another reason why this movie's so good.
Oh, shit. All right. Movie awards. Best quote. It's honestly for me. I always think besides the booer, but the most that comes up doesn't have to do with anything with Wesley. Well, I think "As You Wish" is very is him, but hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. It's said the most.
That's what I have.
It resonates the most with this movie.
Yeah.
So, Brian,
I could make the push for Inconceivable.
yes, as well. That's another good one.
Those are, I think, the two that come out of this movie the most.
Listen, it's tough because, like I said, this is such a I think when you guys did Interstellar, you said that's not like a quote-driven movie, and this is like the exact opposite. There's a lot of quotes you can pick from this.
Yeah. And everyone's got at least one or two.
Yeah.
You know.
I'd have to say like Wesley has the least. He's the main character, and it's interesting that he doesn't have the most quotes.
Yeah, he's got a few, but they're not like memorable quotes. They're more like comebacks, like with when he's fighting.
Dream of large women.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like when it's like when he's fighting
It's in
all
the
the
top
guys.
10.
Yeah.
But it's like in the later top 10
Yeah.
quote stuff like
I'm
that.
saying he does have quotes, but it's all about what's going on with the other characters that makes it interesting. So.
Yeah, it's basically when you think of the Princess Bride, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? It's like you fucking killed. My name's Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. No,
Prepared.
But like you also said, it's that and As You Wish are the top two. But for me, it's not quite my name is Maximus Aurelius Decimus or whatever, but it's still up there for revenge quotes, basically.
Yeah. No, it's don't get me wrong.
I will have my revenge in
fantastic
this
quote.
life or the next.
It's a
My name is
fantastic
Inigo
quote.
Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
But I do love the.
And then at the end, I don't have the whole thing written down, but he was like, beg for mercy, do this. He's like, tell me I can have whatever I want, anything. I want my father back, you son of a bitch.
Yeah. I think I have to say I agree with that because I have the Princess Bride socks I wear to work, and it has what's his name? Vicini on one is thinking that, and the other one's Inigo Montoya. So
is the Vizzini one inconceivable?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So it's. I have to take a picture and shit.
Yeah, I think you can go wrong. You can't go wrong with either one.
No, one bit stuff like that. So okay, best scene. I went sword fight. The first sword fight with Dread Pirate Roberts at this point, and Inigo Montoya. Inigo Montoya. I'm sorry, I'm saying it wrong.
I kind of like the scene with Vicini a little bit better.
I know.
So I cheated. So I would have said if I could pick my best scene, I say just take all three of those fights.
No.
If I'm going to pick,
that's a great 10 minutes in the film.
Yeah. If I'm going to pick one over the others, then I'm also going to go Vizzini.
Yeah. That 10 minutes of the movie is the best 10 minutes.
You can't go wrong with any of them. Like none of us mentioned the Andre the Giant scene. Still fantastic.
I love it. Yeah.
Take a
and I love when Andre the Giant's like, "Oh, I'm not used to fighting one man."
Yeah. He's making excuses because he's losing. You got that computer assistance.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah.
There's different things you do when you fight.
It's not my fault. I'm the biggest and strongest. I don't even exercise.
He's like, there's different things you do when you fight 8 or 9 men.
Yep. Exactly.
It's like, I just want you to feel like you're doing well. I don't want you to die embarrassed.
Okay.
But you're quick. So we're all basically saying somewhere in those three confrontations, that's the best part of the movie.
I would just do that 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's why I said if I was going to cheat, I would lump all of them together. If you tell me I have to pick one, I'm doing Vizzini.
Because I do like the fact when the kids start kidnapping her and he's like chasing after. He's like, "Are they using the same winds as us to catch up?" He's catching up pretty quick. And
then he's climbing the rope.
Yeah,
I need to find myself a new giant.
Yeah.
Do you realize your job is at stake?
He's only got 400 pounds on his back. No big deal.
Yeah. All right. So best scene was that one of those over there. Can't go wrong with either of those. So best character, Randy Watson Award. I'll say fine.
There's a lot of
This was very tough.
But again, it's so Randy Watson comes in. 3 minutes tops, maybe. Does his quick song.
Ancient Booer.
Drops the mic. Fucking Ancient Booer is fantastic. Fantastic. But I went Miracle Max.
Yeah. No, you kind of have to. But, even though...
I didn't, but did you go Miracle Max also or no?
Yeah.
I did not. The person that I picked, I was also not really in the movie that long because he dies. I went Vizzini.
Yeah.
So
okay. Hey.
Yeah. No, he's good. He's good. But I think he had a little more time than.
He definitely does.
Time,
yeah.
But I also feel like
he's got 12 minutes of screen time, but he's
great though. He's a fantastic asshole villain. Like it's
he's like,
and you still like him anyway. It doesn't matter.
Oh, they took him out early on a pitch count, but he's throwing a no hitter. He's throwing a no hitter.
He is. It's.
I haven't even started.
Yeah.
Where was I? Australia.
It's like the first. It's like the first week of baseball season, and he's got 70 pitches in, and they're like, oh, he's 4 innings. He's 5 innings. We got to take him out.
Exactly.
But this is. I mean, literally everyone in the movie is fantastic. Like, even though you're not supposed to like the villains, like for who they are, Humperdinck and whatever the six-fingered man, I'm blanking on his name. They're still great villains. They're cool. Well, Humperdinck's kind of a loser, but whatever.
Yeah.
But the six-fingered man is a cool asshole, I guess.
Yes. Yeah.
Describe your pain. Interesting.
Interesting.
So yeah.
So I could definitely see Miracle Max also, but I just went Vizzini.
Yeah. No, I agree with Paul. Again, those are two fantastic picks. You can go either.
we're not
if I was going to say someone who's in the movie like longer than that, I would go more Inigo Montoya again. But
yes, my favorite character in this entire movie.
But then if we're going like the whole thing about someone who's not in the movie long and makes a big impact, Vizzini for me. But yeah, Miracle Max, obviously for the less
Ancient
time
Booer
great
is
too.
not getting our vote here.
I love her.
Give me one more scene. I need more Boo.
No, yeah. Shows up one more time. Fucking love it. Love it. But you know what? She's actually getting a category from here on out in the RB2 podcast.
She's in the middle of the fight scenes.
At the very end, when Wesley's telling, he's like, "Oh, you could be the next Dread Pirate Roberts." Boo! Boo! Get a job.
It's interesting because like you could have Inigo Montoya be the main character of this entire story. Because he's seeking revenge, and he tags along with these other guys that's there.
Have the movie start with him in the blacksmith shop when the guy refuses to pay full price for the sword.
Yeah, interesting. So that'd be a great thing. All right.
We didn't even mention this. Guys, want to bring up very quickly because he's here. The whole thing. It was a quote that I had. I forgot to go over. The guy when he has the gate key, and he's like, "I don't have any keys." Like, well, we can just rip your arms off. Oh, you mean this gate key? I don't even know what his name is, but whatever.
I have no gatekeeper, probably stuff like that. All right, Adrian Balboa, where's character?
I think you have to go Humperdinck.
Nope.
Yeah. All right. I went Brian on this. I said the fucking kid.
That's what I fucking went. I went Fred Savage.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, Brian. Jesus.
I thought for sure there's going to be a clean
I
sweep.
thought it was clean.
Yeah.
Wow. Where were
But
you?
I don't really count him in the movie just because I just.
What do you mean? It starts with him as the
I know, but it's just-
opening act.
It's all his fault this movie happened because he fucking played hooky from school.
Yeah, we never would have known of that shitbag.
Grandpa came over and told him a kissing story.
Yeah.
They both kind of suck. So what?
No, Grandpa. What did Punta say? Fucking
Columbo was fantastic.
Was great. He could be up there for fucking best
Are
character.
you going to let me finish the story or
Yeah,
what?
he told us his great story that his father told him and his father told him. So fuck the kid. That's his name. Is the kid. That's all he got in there. Stuff
I just put worst character Fred Savage. Don't even care what his name is. Fuck Fred
Yeah,
Savage.
no wonder you suck.
When he could have done better.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so we got that. All right. I think we can all agree with that. All right, let's move on. So, BTS behind the scenes. Let me go. You guys got anything before I start my little rant?
No.
The one thing I'll say so we talk about the whole like the grandfather and grandson scenes at the beginning. So the whole premise of how this came up when William Goldman wrote the movie is it was based on he had two, I don't know if it was daughters or granddaughters, probably, or whatever it was.
Grandchildren?
I think it was daughters actually, but he used to tell them stories when they were growing up, but he made them up. I mean, he was a famous screenwriter, did a lot of other movies also. So he just made up stories that he would tell his daughters going to bed. And he just kind of, they said they always wanted to hear stories about princesses. So when he was doing all of that, different parts of what he's doing in this film came up in those stories. He just kind of collaborated together.
Yeah, he said, I want to hear a princess.
So in the novel that he wrote, that's not the whole grandfather and grandson thing's not the novel. It's just the story that happens. But he wrote it into the movie as like saying that he used to tell these stories to his granddaughters or his daughters, excuse me, growing up.
Yep.
So that's why those scenes exist, because he's kind of saying he wrote that into the film because he both wrote the book and the film. He's like, oh, I want to write that, I used to do this to my daughters, tell them stories like this growing up. So that's why it worked its way into the film. So even though we say it's not the best parts of the film at all, he wanted those in there to show that's what he did.
They're not the best, but I like it.
Yeah.
I do.
It's a good framework. I just hate Fred Savage.
Yeah,
it's all his goddamn fault.
Yeah, if they would put any other kid in there, some random kid off the street, it would have been fine.
What's Macaulay Culkin doing these days? I know he's younger at this point still, because Home Alone wasn't until 89, right?
Was he like 2 at this point?
He's probably like 6.
Yeah, he's probably got some vocabulary. Put that fucking kid in the bed and make him fucking listen to the story.
My kid
then.
is 6 and will shut the fuck up. So I got it. All right.
Anyway, that's my behind the scenes. That's the reason why it's framed that way, because it's how William Goldman told the stories to his girls growing up.
Yep.
So.
Okay, so here we go. When asked what his favorite thing about making this film was, Andre the Giant replied, without skipping a beat, "Nobody looks at me. He felt treated as an equal without people staring at him because of his grand size." Manny Patinkin has said that the role of Inigo Montoya is his personal favorite over the course of his entire career.
It's a great character.
Good for him.
Great character.
One of the best. Director Rob Reiner left the set during Billy Crystal scenes because he would laugh so hard that he would feel nauseated. Let's see.
So he hasn't seen any recent comedies then. No chance he makes it through any of those.
Rob Wright and Carrie Ells were smitten with each other during filming, naturally helping their chemistry in the movie. Ells said that he couldn't concentrate on much of anything after that first encounter with Robin. First of all, let's go back. Buttercup. Can we do a better name than fucking Buttercup?
Buttercup is the name of the horse from Kingpin. Just throwing it out there.
Yeah,
the one that they cut the fucking hooves off.
Yeah, like, what the fuck? What's up with that? Why Buttercup? That's the dumbest fucking name possible. Like, can you get something better? Like,
Listen, William Goldman, you can't win them all, all right? He wrote a great movie, but he struck out there. It's fine.
Like,
I can understand
Judge hit 62 home runs this year, but he struck out a lot also. It happens.
I can understand that maybe as a nickname.
No, yeah, that's true, yeah.
I could live with that.
But Buttercup, like, that's the... Can we think of something better? Like, I don't know. What's a better female name than Buttercup?
Literally anything?
Like Amanda. Amanda. You could have been better than that.
Karen is still a better name. She could be the first Karen. It's still better than that. I'm sure you have in your BTS that this is her only acting credit also.
No, I didn't put that in there.
This was a one and done. She did this, and she was like, no, I just want to have a family and kids now. I'm good to go.
All right, good for her.
Robin Wright, Buttercup.
Yep.
No.
Done.
She was fucking Jenny in Forrest Gump.
Was she really?
Yeah. As long as her name's not Jenny, I don't give a shit.
Am I thinking of someone else? Where was their only acting credit?
All right, so as Kev looks that up, he'll find it out. So Robin Wright and Carrie Ells were... All right, got that. According to author William Goldman, when he first was trying to get the movie made in 1970s...
I'm thinking of someone else. I'm sorry.
A then unknown Arnold Schwarzenegger wanted to play Fezzik, and he was strongly being considered because Goldman could never get his first choice, Andre the Giant, to read for the role. By the time the movie was made, about 12 years later, Schwarzenegger was such a big star they could not afford him. Andre was cast after all, and the two big men had gone on to become friends. There really was a Dread Pirate Roberts, Bartholomew Roberts, also known as Black Bart, Bart Simpson, who operated in the Caribbean in the early 18th century. He is reckoned by many to have been the most successful pirate of all time.
Good for him.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was offered the role of Fezzik and was extremely interested in taking the role, but he was unable because shooting conflicted with his NBA schedule.
Yeah, by that point, he sucked. What are you going to do? And he was bald,
Hey, it doesn't matter.
It's not airplane.
What's that got to do with anything?
I don't know. Why does hair...
There's no bald giants?
Yeah.
It was not airplane.
I think most of them are bald. I have no idea.
It was not airplane Kareem. It was different.
Okay.
Well, younger Kareem, that maybe it works.
Courtney Cox and Meg Ryan auditioned for the Princess Buttercup. Huh?
I think both of them work.
Yeah, because you know what? She's not that much of a complicated character because she's not in as much.
How old is Courtney Cox back then? I know she was the oldest one on Friends, I think, so I know she's older, but...
She probably chose to do Masters of the Universe over this.
Oh my God, I forgot she was in that.
Yes, she was. She was in there.
It's right in the same time.
Yeah, it's around
frame,
there, yeah.
Yeah, could be. That's going on there. But yeah, I thought it was interesting for there.
It was a better choice for her.
I think so. I love Masters Universe. That's definitely one we got to probably do on here. God, I wish we had another He-Man movie. What the fuck? See, Chris Hemsworth's He-Man?
Fucking right, he has to be.
Yeah. Okay. Gotta make this happen.
We'll bang out the script after the podcast.
We will. Anyway, moving on. Oh, here's my favorite. One of my favorites. Here we go. They're trying to get him resurrect Wesley.
Oh, here we go. Yeah.
And we got as always. We have the movie in the
the
background.
first story better.
We have Miracle Max on a scene going on in the background.
Are you a rotten liar?
So,
There you go. I need him to help avenge my father. Your first story was better.
All right, so moving on. That's all I did for BTS. There's a lot of good stuff going on here, but this is what really caught my eye there. But anyway.
If you smell what The Rock is cooking.
Can The Rock make this movie better? If Ken, where should we put him in? What do you guys think? Anywhere for The Rock?
I don't see where he fits. The best I could say, superimpose his face on one of the shrieking eels. Just diving out of the water, it's The Rock's face. There you go.
Brian, what do you think?
If I had to pick a character for him, I don't think he makes the movie better, but maybe put him as a six-finger man.
But I don't think it makes it better.
No, I like
he's not going to be Andre the Giant. He's not
big enough. He's not agile enough to be Inigo Montoya. He can't be Wesley.
No.
So
I went with put him as the torturer. I thought it'd be interesting to see him as a torturer, and then
just like as a quick little role, cleaning him up.
Yeah, something like that. That's what I thought.
Give him the people's elbow when he's on the table for good measure.
Yeah, he can't be anyone else. He can't be. Obviously, Andre the Giant was perfect for this. He can't be that guy.
He doesn't make. You can put him somewhere, just shoehorn him in if you really want, but he doesn't make the movie.
No,
better.
not one. But it doesn't make it any better. But if I would have put him in, I'd put him as a torturer because that guy's just weird, and I felt like the Rock probably could have made that role a little bit better. So. That's just what I thought. All right. Should there be a sequel franchise TV series? I went no.
There almost was.
I heard. But maybe a prequel, sequel about Dread Pirate Roberts' character, I thought was very interesting.
Well, yeah, they say it's an extension, like just of Dread Pirate Roberts.
Yeah,
they're only them for like a few years.
Yeah, for a little bit, and someone else knew. That's why he says again, well, have you tried pirating?
Yeah.
I think it'd be pretty good. So you can either do you could do Wesley's character as Dread Pirate Roberts, and you go Inigo Montoya now as the new Dread Pirate Roberts. It's like that thing. Someone always has to be a Dread. It's like a Bond. Someone always has to be a Bond.
The sequel, I'll look it up as we're going, but it was called something like Buttercup's Child or something like that. So that was going to be the focus.
As a new Dread Pirate.
So the whole thing is that the guy William Golden that actually wrote the book and the script for the movie. He kept getting asked, like, are you ever going to do a sequel? He's like, I want to, but I just can't think of whatever the idea is for where it goes. And he died years ago, so it never came up. But he always said he wanted to do a sequel, but didn't know what to do. And it was preemptively, it was something like Buttercup's Child or something like that. I'll look it up now.
Okay.
But I don't remember what it was called.
I got you. So, I don't like that. What do you guys think? Something else? But I would I wouldn't go with. But I would like to go with either the prequel, Dread Pirate. I should continue with that. There's always going to be one, and something happens, and someone steps
Buttercup's
up.
Baby. That's what the sequel
Or passes
to the novel was going to be.
Passes the mental on it for Dread Pirate. A fucking pirate movie? Hello. Pirates of the Caribbean?
Show the story of Wesley becoming the Dread Pirate Roberts.
That's what I thought. Yeah, that'd be great.
Or Inigo Montoya becoming afterwards.
Yes, and all stuff like that. Kind of like Dread Pirate. Like,
here's
Wesley,
the weekend at Bernie's time.
Wesley kind of fucking helps him become like a Dread Pirate Roberts. This is what we got to do. What's going on? I thought it was pretty good. All right. So if you were to be in the movie, where would you put yourself? Huh? So in this movie, where would you guys put yourself? Are you the fucking sick kid?
Jesus Christ, look at that hand.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, here we go. That hand, it's like two fingers.
It's literally his middle finger.
Went from
the tip is his ear.
So his middle finger and index finger went from his eye to his cheekbone. The rest of the fingers were not on his face anymore. The thumb was his entire fucking left side of his face almost. So
if I'm going to be in the movie, I'm probably a rock that Fezzik threw at Dread Pirate Roberts.
So you're an inanimate object. Got it. Kev, what do you think you're in this movie?
If I was going to pick an actual character, it would be the guy who gets threatened to get his arms ripped off, basically.
Oh, the key guy.
Yeah, the key guy.
I like that.
I'm the guy who just sits there and is like, what are we doing? We're doing this? We're sending the 4 fastest ships? I don't get it. I don't understand.
Yeah.
Then Leonard's like, I've got the key. I'm going through. Oh, I don't have a key. We'll rip your arms. Like, oh, this key right here?
Yeah.
Not enough people in this movie die for me to say, oh, I'm the guy that dies 5 minutes in. I'm done.
Yeah.
So
I am an offset character who is next to the ancient boer. I'm like, I have to be next to her going, oh.
You go, girl.
Giving her like,
Get it.
Tell that
Get
bitch.
it. She's the original Karen.
I'm just like, this is fucking, I'm over going, oh shit, world star.
The one person at a wedding that said, I object. Look at this shit. Fuck yeah. Jay's just dying laughing in the background.
That's what it is.
Boo. Yeah, fuck you too, bitch.
I do boom with her. Boo, you stupid buttercup. Your name fucking sucks. Dude.
Either that or I'm one of the ROUSs, the rodents of unusual size, just crawling around the forest, having a good time.
Hey, why not, man? I see. All right. Would you like to have a beer with one of the characters in this movie?
It's Andre the Giant. It's not
fuck
fucking
yeah,
close.
yeah.
You think so? Really?
Oh,
Hands
man.
down.
Bro, I went.
Him in real life and his character in the movie, too. I'm not going to drink with Inigo Montoya. He can't fucking hold his liquor. He's fucking crying all over the place in the end of the movie.
It's Andre and
Not close.
Man.
Yeah, wow. I went Miracle Max. That motherfucker got stories and his stupid shit.
man.
Still good. That's a good answer, too.
Yeah.
But that, for me, when I knew this question was going to come up, I'm like, first off, all the stories of Andre the Giant being just a prolific drinker,
yeah.
fantastic. And I'm sure...
Well, it's a character. I mean, a character in the
I
sure
want,
Fezzik is still
I
good,
want
too.
Andre to be like, slap me on the back, and it's going to take up my whole back, and he's going to be like, you did
Slap-
good tonight, boy.
He'll slap you and you won't
done
fucking
good today, Junior.
And he'll break your fucking C3
And then,
and C4 fucking
and
vertebrae.
then I'm going to be
Well, you
like,
know what? He's got money. I'll sue. So you know what? This is just getting better.
and then the next thing you'll see, I'm going to be like, what's his name in the fucking Ralph Macchio in The Outsiders in the fucking bed, like,
All right, I got you. All right, I went Miracle Max. I think.
Don't get me wrong, that's a solid
Miracle Max
choice.
has better stories.
Yeah,
It's
he
probably
hands
more,
down.
That's a
better
solid choice,
And then
but fucking
and then,
Andre.
Then imagine Miracle Max talking about his wife and this is going. Like I would fuck. Oh, be great. I would love it.
Me and Andre the Giant are going to have 20 beers and dress up in the fucking Holocaust cloak, set ourselves on fire, and just fucking walk around and scare the shit out of people.
You'd be fucking wasted, and he's still
Good, so I'll have a good fucking time, and no one's going to fucking bother me because Andre the Giant's next
and
to me.
Andre the Giant be like, I'm just getting my fucking tongue wet.
Whatever. Andre the Giant's like, you don't need to get an Uber. I'll just fucking carry you home. You're good to go,
He's
buddy.
like, that's 3 beers for me.
He'll fucking throw
I can carry 4 people up a cliff. I can take you home. We're good to go.
If I'm doing 1 beer for every 5 that he finishes, I think I'm at a good pace. You have to judge on Andre's pace.
All right, stop yelling. I'm going to lower the gain for you. All of us are probably going to cut off. So supposedly Andre the Giant can drink like kegs.
Yeah.
To get drunk. So there's none of us are keeping.
There was some sort of story about like he passed out in like a hotel lobby drunk and literally no one could move him, so he just fucking left him there
Yeah,
overnight.
you
They're
have
like,
to.
up, he's up. That's where he stays.
No
tonight.
one had a fucking forklift to get him to where he needs to go. Who's
But no,
probably, like,
there's.
in a
I'm sure
fourth
there. I don't
floor.
know what the number is, but I feel like the number has to be over 100 beers that he's done in a night. Like there's stories of him
Oh,
being
yeah.
like a prolific drinker.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot. in
They're
order to get
literally
drunk.
saying like for him to drink a keg.
Probably him and Ric Flair. Those are the only two. Ric Flair is the only one that had a chance to stay up with him, and probably not even.
But
close.
I'm just saying, like, if I'm drinking 1 beer for every 5 or 6 that he's having,
Here we go. The Dread
okay
Pirate
with that.
Roberts takes no survivors. All your worst nightmares will come true.
Yeah. Okay. Final thoughts on this movie, boys. What do we think, gentlemen? Bros?
it's a cult classic. I love it. Very quotable movie. Some great characters in here, and it's a lot of. It's like brings me back to my childhood. So I just love this movie. So if it's on TV,
There's you, Kev.
Yep, that's me.
The last guy that's left there.
so if it's just on TV, I'm gonna watch it, and
I don't get paid enough for this.
Just enjoy it. So
I got
that's
it. Kev, your thoughts on this movie?
Yeah, so Brian mentioned it in the beginning also. Like, it reminds you the same thing that's going on with Fred Savage. The whole thing, like, staying home, watching TV or whatever, or, and just thinking about this movie also. But again, I hadn't seen it in a couple of years, so it was great to rewatch it again. Hasn't changed. You still remember all the quotes from when you watched it fucking years ago anyway. But I feel like it hits different watching it in different stages of your life, basically. I agree with all the reviews. I didn't want to give it a 10 just because I do think the second half isn't as strong as the first. So I went 9.5. Great movie, very quotable, great scenes. Marriage. Man and wife.
I give this 11.2 on my scale. Guys, as I said, always a great movie. Again, Brian, I totally agree with you. This is, if you're a 90s kid that basically we were growing up, is that this is just the one. Like, I know it was in 80s stuff like that going there, but like, we were 80s, 90s kids, like early 90s. Like, we can basically we were able to understand of what's going on. So we knew what this movie actually would have meant, and the fact, there's love story going on, but there's all this cool action. The guy's kind of get his girl back. One's going for revenge, and then there's the giant that's in there, which is pretty cool. And we love seeing him on WWF. That's what it was. Remember WWF before he got changed to whatever the name it is now.
WWE.
And it's just great. It's when it's on, I always have to watch it, and I forget a lot of how awesome these quotes are because they just come back to you, and it's
even this also when the Dread Pirate or Wesley is crippled, they just fucking shove his arms into the suit of armor to just leave him there.
Yeah, that's there. And
we'll be back for him later.
Yeah, and then he starts talking shit to the guy when he's in the bed when you realize how fucked up he is, and you realize, and then he just surrenders right then and there because he's so afraid of Wesley about to kill him. And I love it. So, all right,
we never went into Wesley's rant at the end. It was like with his
yes, that was
eyes
to the pain.
So,
yeah.
All right, let me get that for a quick second. That's what I was talking about from there. That's going on. Where the hell are we going?
Fezzik, I need you.
Yeah, what's that guy's name? He's trying to fight the six-fingered man.
No, he's talking about when Wesley's talking to Humperdinck about. He says fight to the death, and he says to the pain.
Oh yes. All right, give me a second. I have it on here on IMDb, looking back and forth. And let's go. Oh, the Ancient Boar. I fucking love her. Oh man. I'm gonna go look for her. I won't be able to read off your phone.
All right, sorry.
What's going on there? So, all right, he's going back and forth. So I'll go with this, right? He's like, wrong. Your ears keep. You keep, and I'll tell you why. So that every shriek of every child at seeing your hideousness will be yours to cherish. Every babe that weeps at your approach, every woman who cries out, "Dear God, what is that thing?" will echo in your perfect ears. That is what to the pain means. It means I will leave you in anguish, wallowing in freakish misery forever. I was thinking about coming back with that, but yes, I love that. That's where he's in the bed, and you realize the guy just gives up, and it's like he was bluffing the entire time.
Yeah.
My man won fucking.
Maybe I'm not.
It's mind games.
Yeah, my man won the what was it? Texas Hold'em like that. All right, so let's wrap this up with. All right, and that's it for this episode. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for joining us. No, never mind. We don't do the Twitch anymore because I'm too lazy to update everything. I got a lot of stuff going on. I'll eventually get back to there so we can do it. Punta, thank you for joining us, and we hope you enjoyed it as much as we reviewed. We enjoyed it as much as we enjoyed reviewing and drinking to this movie. As always, our next episode will be, I don't know. We make it up as we go along. All right, you guys should know this by now. You're true fans that's out there. Again, if you want to be part of the Reels, Booze, and Bros experience, aka RB2, check us out on our website, reelsboozebros.com. We also did 2 episodes of RB2 Speakeasy. Gonna do some more things going on there. I think Kev will probably try to finish She-Hulk. You finished that season yet?
No, but I will.
No, it's not bad. There's only a couple more episodes. That's
I know, we were almost there. I'll finish it.
So we'll finish that, and then we'll go to any other shows. Brian, any other shows you want to do besides cooking shows, we can do that. Something that's like, like scripted shows.
Like, are we talking new shows or are we going old shows?
We'll do, I don't know. We'll throw some ideas out to see what's going on. And that's what we got for us. Cheers.